Meet me outside, Bitcoin, crypto, don't go for a ride. If you're gonna get your surfboard, get a tie. Wall Street Pete, sick dough, crypto. Please don't flip dough. I'm not always right though. I'm not a financial advisor, but just a gentleman wearing a visor. Yeah, it's time to hustle. It's just so simple, I'ma solve this puzzle. And if you didn't know that you're feeling puzzled, it's TA, baby. Come on right over. Got one job, I got 1, 2, 3. I'll take 4 more just for me. I'm buying crypto, I'm dollar cost averaging, don't you know? You buy the dip, you have a sip, take a rip. Call me captain of this shit. I don't give a fuck, my name is Skip. XRP, Cardano, Ethereum. Take that shit right down to the cilium. I'ma put my fist through this shit. We're going to the moon and we're going soon. Alright, the name is Wall Street Pete. Crypto in crypto. I thought you'd know. We on YouTube. You wake up in the morning, crack of dawn at Wall Street Pete. We talk about live TA. We talk about paying our bills and staying alive.
Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto. Want to learn how to make sick dough in crypto? Every single day, come to you with a live talking about crypto news. Hit that like, baby, and subscribe. Here we are, buy the dip, have a sip. Couple things to talk about this morning. Obviously, you hit the like, subscribe, and you comment. And obviously, someone commented, hey, could you do a little Doge Coin? Could you do Terra Luna Classic? These are some of the things we do for you when you hit the like and subscribe. All subscribers do have the opportunity to ask for what my strategy would be, right? What would you do? Wall Street Pete, the gentleman used to work on the New York Mercantile Exchange. Finally, 1.41K subscribers. Thank you very much for your support. As we continue to grow, we'll continue to send out donations and do special things or maybe raffles ourselves. Looking to get to about 5K to 10K before we start enabling those features. Now, if you please go to the bell all notification, hit the bell all, and subscribe. It's very important. Before we get into the Doge Coin, before we get into the Terra Luna live technical analysis and price predictions of where we believe we could be heading, right? Excuse me. None of this is financial advice, of course. It's a gentleman twice as nice. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. Here we are with the hump day. FTX collapse, sure. Not sure creditors will get their money back. Pretty sure this is understood here. Shockwaves of FTX collapse will further undermine trust in crypto finance system. This is basically one of those crypto is dead again. And if you're one of those people, right, Terra Luna Classic page, I follow some of these, have fun. Right, I have to advertise for myself. No one else is going to do it for me unless you hit the like and subscribe. I don't know what the F is going wrong. Just keep losing my money on Lunic. Well, there's a few things to be said. There's a few things to understand. If you could just analyze that just a little bit. I think that's pretty funny how what they're saying. Pay attention to what you're investing in first off, right? You're investing in one of the most high volatile waves of an asset, one of the most volatile assets you could possibly get your ass into. We're going to explain some of this chart and how I believe we may be coming close to the bottom where I think we're going to go. So please, without further ado, let's get into that. Total crypto market cap currently, and I want to talk about the FTX debacle still a little bit, 840 billion. So fighting around that area, still not really going nowhere special, so we'll be okay. Crypto price still fighting around the 17,000, 16,800, 16,900. Nothing catastrophic has continued yet except for this nice double bottom M pattern I've been talking about on Bitcoin for a little bit now. You already know. We've been speaking of this. We've been talking about an 18.3 possibility coming through and how the 85% finish from the last all-time high of 20,000 to 3 from 2017 to 2019. Well, if you see here, same kind of thing. 84% move to the downside would take us to the 11.6. So we're going to talk a little bit about how that correlates into it very much, how I believe we're not done and how that could be possible. So we're going to talk a lot about that. Then we're going to talk about some Luna, Terra Luna, and some Doge Coin. So if you're excited about that, that's pretty much what we're getting into. Hope you can follow. And right here, Mr. Sailor breaks it down. FTX created 10 billion. How did he do it? We're going to talk about that really fast in here. I'm going to let you listen to this. And this is pretty much how he did it. There's also another one in a nutshell of what he did. So I need you to pay attention to that. So here we go.
300 million FTT tokens move the price $30. Do the math, right? $30 on a token when you give yourself 300 million of them is 10 billion. And that's just one token. So if you fall off the turnip truck and you find that you can generate $10 billion in a year, what do? You go buy everybody. You buy every influencer. You buy.
Isn't that ridiculous? By the government, politicians, all that. It's insane. Hit the heart, hit the bell, hit the all notification. Ladies and gentlemen, this is stuff that I give to you that people don't want to talk about. People are afraid to talk about. And this is what we're doing here. And I said, S&P, I gave you a quick heads up. We're not even going to put the sound on. Nobody liked it. It's all right. 3 people. What you need to do is find out what's going on. S&P index, right? We talked about that. I said, please be very careful, and that's why you follow me on Instagram as well. If you're not able to do so, it is right here, wallst.p for the Instagram. If you want to do a cash app, I'm not saying you have to, obviously not, but this is this $, you put the tag in for cash app, Doge Crypto. That is when we're doing fantastic, making amazing calls, as we've done in the summertime. We've done pretty much over many months ago, not even, maybe a couple months ago, we did this Terra Luna. So here we go, we're going to get into it. Terra Classic, as many want to hear about, talk about. Alrighty, so the last little bull run that we got, and I don't have much here, this is the Doge Coin chart. I do have some technical analysis for you, though, but you see, breaking down roughly about 49%, right? So what we did when we got this first bull run, looks like a beautiful cup and handle. If I were to give you a little technical term here of what we're watching, what is this pattern? Well, probably a standard cup and handle, make it yellow so a little better so you can see what's going on. Standard cup and handle, right? We fell down a little bit more. Like I said, this is a very high volatile waved asset. There's nothing you can do. You're going to get high volatile waves no matter what you do. So we get this pump to the upside. A lot of people are excited. A lot of people got hurt. A lot of people made money, right? Sold. Obviously, this is one thing you're investing in. Why am I getting my ass kicked? Well, it's been doing nothing but going down since you probably got in it, if you paid attention, definitely to mention from September. What was September? Well, September was 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now December. So if you got in this in the last few months, you have been seeing nothing but about a 70% downfall. And I don't know what else to tell you, but that is pretty much what's happening. If you got into about there, right off the rip, we're looking at 69, 70%. And you can see right here, we fell all the way through at the chunk change of November 21st. All the way down to 71%. So yes, your money is continuing to go down. Why you're not prospering is you're probably not dollar cost averaging in, you're not dollar cost averaging out. So we're going to break this down real quick. Fibonacci sequence tells me usually 50% pullback if we start coming back to the upside. Very, very, very common. We're going to go up to this upside very quickly. Good morning, Chief. Good morning, Frank. Good morning, Gary. Good morning, Mad Poodle. Good morning to the Wolves. Please don't have to tell you hit the like. So what happened? We built support on this green arrow. It seemed to have been the bottom. Fell through a little bit more. Got a liquidity grab here. No big deal, but we're paying attention. 78.6 pullback. Okay. So we're a little bit above there, right? We see what's going on. We got a liquidity grab to about that price. So if you see here, 78.6 pullback, well, that's what we're looking to do. We came down to about there. Right? That's nightmarish situation. Well, with the FTX debacle, everything going on, you have to remember Voyager went down. All this stuff happens. Good morning, son. Good morning, Pete. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. Oh, no problem about the Lunic. Yeah. So what we're doing here is a repeat somewhere around there, 78.6. We fell below, right? We found some support there, but we fell below. We're coming down a little bit to the halfway mark because we're finding some resistance, flipping into the support. So from that time frame, you can automatically agree. There's major resistance all-time high. Well, we're finding ourselves currently fighting around that support level. So I do find that, and I do feel that that is a very important thing to analyze, very important thing to pay attention to. We're going to put a lot of indicators up here, so please keep up. Don't get upset. I'm going to explain each one best I can. MACD needs to come in next. You can get it. It's TradingView. It's free. It's not difficult. Currently, right now, here we go. So what is happening? The rest of the market, I'm getting scared that there is a double bottom M pattern coming. Double bottom M pattern, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm expecting, right? I talked about watching the video, but I want to show you what has happened. How do I get to my own stuff through here? Won't keep continuing to go down. It's very aggravating. All right. Well, on the chart for Bitcoin, I have an 18.3 pullback, and I'm very concerned, and a lot of you know what I'm talking about. there is a pullback here. We're going to go to the daily to really see it. And real quick before we get into it, there is a double bottom end pattern coming down. You can see it could come down this way, get rejected, but this is not what we're looking at. We're going to zoom in. I'm really going to show you what I'm talking about. There's an 18.3 bounce. 17,000 we can't break, but it's right here. And this is what really, really concerns you. This is the beginning of that. Nobody understands that that is the beginning of a possible pattern where we're coming down to, and that's why I am ultimately concerned. So if you're paying attention to what we were just talking about there on that pattern, that is what we're saying. Here, falling through even the S&P. Everything is correlating to the downside. Doge Coin, I'm going to show you in a second. I said before we left off, and this is what we're doing, we're bouncing around, so I hope you can keep up. I hope you understand. I'll keep it explaining the best I can. What I see here is a 7 cents. If we fall through, I put my sell stop. We're going to keep going down. We're in deep doo-doo. What happened here is we could not break above the golden pocket for Doge Coin. But why I'm going to Doge Coin and flipping from Terra Luna real quick is that there is a downward sentiment for, because Elon Musk, of what he did, of course, shocker, he is now telling people, and I think we're going to get a rejection right there and be able to get this exact move, as I said. There's a possible double bottom end pattern coming that's going to hurt a lot of people. Keep that in the back of your mind. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So now we get back to Terra Luna. We're going to go back into the indicators. We are low on the RSI. Yes, the trend is your friend, but we are still getting that double bottom end here, which I think will get a rejection, so it won't be a bad thing. It'll just be an opportunity to buy the dip. So, wow, what a surprise. Buy the dip. It's up to you. So there on the RSI, the trend is your friend. Here now, with the sentiment of us going down, I'm concerned. Well, same thing with Terra Luna. I see that the Bollinger Bands are getting tight. Well, there's a price action coming. So we are going to get something very shortly. I'm not sure exactly when, but if I'm looking at a daily chart and it's doing this, and then I go to the 4 hourly and it's still doing this, it would tell me in the time frame we're going to get something sooner than I thought. What we're getting is a downside. This is not, well, this is a liftoff. This is kind of good. This balloon is lifting off, but if you see what's happening, we're curving to more down. I'm not happy about this. I want to see this path, this snake, open up. Do you see what I'm showing you here? You want the path of this balloon for the Bollinger Bands to start peaking towards the up direction. That's how I know that we're going to be getting a bull run. Because we're getting the neck of this path line towards the downside, you can already see here, it's just holding support until we really fall down even more. I am not confident with Terra Luna that we're going to get a pump. So by looking at that, and I don't know why I did that, I wanted to get the MACD, excuse me, we looked at the RSI, but let's get to it anyway on the 4 really. Hitting a fall, hitting some support of some history. If you see, we got some more fall to do, but what happens? We get a nice pump. So we're getting to the zone. We're not getting, well, we are getting the V-like shape recovery, but we're, like I said, double bottom M. So Terra Luna, like I said, the rest of everything, we're getting that action until we hit the bottom and then until the whales buy back up. So currently right now, we're slowly moving on the volume here for the crypto market. We were at 839 billion. So I was paying attention to that. So we could slowly be climbing if you pay attention to everything. Look at the RSI. What is happening? Well, I told a lot of people. I believe what it was last week. I said, and look how far away this is. I said we were ticking and beginning and starting to be tick bearish here. Well, that's what I see here. So what I believe will be another test to the downside. If we break below this price, which is 0.0016, you're going to get a little bit more of a repeat. And this could happen, and my sell stop would be at the 1500 mark. We have 1, 2, 3 zeros. So we're looking at races 0. What's going to happen is there's going to be a panic sell. Come down here. There was a liquidity grab once before. Let's get rid of some of the indicators now and see what we're looking at from a history standpoint. What I see is a big bounce. So what I see is a manipulation to the downside. Scares some people out. Ladies and gentlemen, by looking at this chart, we could just flip now here. If you see what happened, what we did was resistance flipped into support. Well, what did we do again? We're flipping resistance, all the resistance, into support. We really must pay attention to this. So as long as we hold this price, and I'm going to tell you right now, as long as we hold this price on this green line here, it's very important, you're going to be in good shape. So I know we spent a little longer than I expected on this Terra Luna Classic, but there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to analyze. There's a lot to pay attention to. So what we're looking at is the double bottom M pattern to get rejected. And that's what I need to see from here. What I need to see is the double bottom M pattern get rejected. And we're starting to build that momentum, ladies and gentlemen. I am getting that. So here we go right here. Look. And what we need is to get a rejection. So that's it. Create new higher lows. That's what I want to establish. I want to get a nice bounce off here. What we're doing is knocking on the door over and over. This is a daily chart. I know we spent a long time, but this is where it gets fun. What we're looking to do is avoid the double bottom end pattern. We're asking for her phone number from an old support level. So what we're doing here now is building resistance. Can we get her phone number? The answer was no a few times in the daily. Then we spent another 2 days here. She said no, got rejected humongously, but holding a new higher low price, which is kind of bullish. So if the trend and the sentiment can take us back and through, you'll find ourselves breaking above the 18, or at least being able to sell out at the 18 and then get something before we head out. What is happening? Well, I'm going to show you what's happening. I'm going to clear it up. We're going to head out of here and go to Doge Coin next, and then probably end the show here. But currently on a daily, we are finding ourselves in an ascending channel, which is a bearish momentum eventually, because what happens? Well, we find ourselves coming down. It stinks, but that's why we're paying attention to the double bottom end pattern. Where do we get the break? Do we get a break? Do we continue? So this is going to be your price level. This is going to be your point right here. As I can see here, we did not break through below. I'm looking at it daily. You have all day. Can we get to the 4-hourly and see if there's something on the 4-hourly that we're building? All right, 4-hourly building here. What I'm going to see is if this ascending channel is real as steel. What I want to find from this, and we got a couple candles here, as you can see. So on the 4-hourly to start to build green, we want to see another one finish. So you got an hour and 32 minutes. So this is when it comes down to the ultimate fun area here of TA. You're going to hope that this bounce is perfectly off. Now, what I see here happening is something that we can get a rejection, which would get a V-like shape recovery. Once we start breaking above the 0.001700, now that I'm able to look and analyze and break through, we could be at the bottom. We could be on the buy zone of this ascending channel. For Terra Luna Classic, what it would take me to the top of, and I would definitely sell out, I would not get too greedy, would probably be the zone of the 1800 as I had there before, and it fits perfect. So if you're looking to get a few bucks in or out, I would pay attention to this. I don't think we're going to keep going any higher. As it may form something similar to this pattern, pay attention definitely to mention. We could get a a little bit of a peak here. It's a little fake rally, and it could come through. So there's two very big levels to pay attention to right here as we go into Terra Luna Classic. There is some increments you may be able to take advantage of. I would definitely get some ticks on there. Be excited about that if you are on the derivative side. Now, Dogecoin, we're going to break it down a little more in detail. So if anyone's interested for Dogecoin, stick around. Perhaps we'll do one asset for you. Anybody watching, anybody stuck around for the whole 18 minutes of the show, what asset would you like for me to break down after I break down Dogecoin here? It's totally up to you. The first person to comment, break down and just give me an asset, a token. We're going to do it for you if I have it here on TradingView. So like I said, we had this circled on the last Dogecoin video. I said 38.2 is the golden pocket for this particular pattern. Daily here, is it the 4-hourly that we were looking at? I don't know. Let's see, what chart were we looking at? Was it a weekly? I want to know where we got this from, and it's kind of off. So that's why I'm wondering where we got this Fibonacci sequence. It seems off by a tad, so I'm going to start. No, I don't want to start over. That would be terrible. Cardano, yeah, that'll be the next asset. So if you're interested in Cardano or Dogecoin, stick around here. If you want to learn a little bit about technical analysis, it could happen. But this is what I'm concerned about for the Dogecoin. Now, this does not particularly follow through with the rest of the crypto space. Why do I say so? Well, let's talk about this for a quick second before I break it down in the asset of the technical side. All right, so the fundamental side of Dogecoin. Ladies and gentlemen, Elon Musk announces Dogecoin. He's going to buy Twitter, right? Well, this is the whole area. October, pay attention to the time. October. We get a little bit into November coming in. The price keeps going up, right? Everyone's waiting for him to announce that we're going to go up. We're going to buy. And all of a sudden, all the Dogecoin community people are excited. Why? Because the price is going to go up because he's going to finalize a Twitter plan for cryptocurrency, Dogecoin, to be affiliated with some type of payment. Well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, since that news, let's pay attention to a daily chart. There's been nothing but bad news in the last 3 or 4 days. Why? Well, because he announces that crypto payment will be involved, and I think he did it on Monday, Monday, December 5th. Was that 2 days ago? I think he announced it, and since the announcement, Dogecoin has fallen 14.7%. I want you to understand, in 3 days, Dogecoin is falling about 15% in the price. Why is this? Because he announced that they're going to go further with maybe other crypto assets, not Dogecoin particularly. So the Dogecoin community is now upset. If you're paying attention to the daily, I strongly believe that this 15% is definitely going to take a plummet through and past. So if you are holding Dogecoin, I would be on alert. 7 cents is going to be a sell stop if you hold a substantial amount, if you are one of the holders that are below the price. If not, if you're taking profits, then it might be the day you want to. Most people would say, hey, well, watch out, there could be an upward W coming. If there is an upward W coming, then you're going to need to stop the price at 8.5 cents and start getting a huge rally back to the 12.5. So in order for that to happen, you're going to have to see Dogecoin do something similar to this. And that, I do have that range somewhere in here for you, but that was before Elon Musk announced that unfortunately, Twitter would possibly go a different direction. So most likely, ladies and gentlemen, the chances of the 7 price for Dogecoin is very likely here. So I would please pay attention. This is not fun. I am not making this stuff up. So here we go. We're going to do Cardano, ladies and gentlemen. Cardano has been holding some really strong resistance and support levels that I'm pretty particularly in love with. So coming in right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're holding a beautiful, beautiful falling wedge. Something happened in this time frame. Looking at a 4-hourly, this is Cardano if you're interested. If you wanted to hear about Terra Luna, you were excited, Lyric, good morning to you, and you're just tuning in, you might want to rewind just a little bit. We're going to make this a 25-minute video. I have less than 2 minutes and 45 seconds to do Cardano. So Cardano has been giving pretty much the same sentiment, right? Creating new lower highs. It's not a good thing. What we're happening to do is get lower prices. If you're paying attention to the ultimate bottoms here, there has not been a time where we have spent this much time developing a support bottom here. What concerns me, ladies and gentlemen, though, in the short-term time frame, we are building a descending triangle pattern. So if we continue to do this in this little short time frame, we could get another tick to the downside. But as I reflect and as I pull out some indicators, I do see some boring sideways action developing, creating new higher lows slowly. So if we can continue to do that, and if you notice new higher lows, this is a 4-hourly, all the way from November 20th, November 19th, not a long time ago, just about a month, maybe 3 weeks ago. We're finding ourselves in the new lower zone, creating new higher lows. It's a good, positive, bullish move for me. Double bottom M rejected, ultimately forming to a top, which could bring us back to the 35 cents and then would bring us to a very bullish spot in Cardano. I think this is the most likely scenario. I do believe that we are bullish. If you were considering buying a cryptocurrency and dollar cost averaging in, I would buy now and sell at the 35 cents as I have a circle here about 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good times. As we're continuing to go, you would now be buying a low and perhaps finding if we're going to break out of a falling wedge instead. Now, this is something we could be doing. It's taking a long time to get there. This is a 4-hourly. Could it be a time where you want to sell at 35 cents because we are not done breaking out and we are going to get cheaper prices as we continue in this recession? Well, it wouldn't surprise me by any means. I'm just keeping it real as steel. That's what Wall Street Pete likes to do. Now, all of the assets this morning we are going over, none of them were my thought. None of them were my suggestions. This is all for the Wolves of Wall Street. Become a member. Become a Wolf of Wall Street today. All you have to do is come over, subscribe. You can go over yesterday's chart. It was a great one. Yesterday's video, we talked about the 12 years of killing Bitcoin and why it's time to start believing. We killed it on the DXY chart. Like I said, the S&P, ladies and gentlemen, not looking too slick this morning either, but we had a nice bounce. So it could be getting a nice little retracement. Let's see what's happening currently. And there it is, getting a nice little bounce now, but I'm sure as the daily ends in 7 hours, it will continue to go green, probably dead, not green, probably red, come down, and you'll continue to get that. As I said about a month ago, 2 months ago, I said we'll get this uptick, hit resistance, come down. Well, exactly and nearly as predicted. Not exactly, because if it was exactly what happened here, but S&P 500 finally found its way. Now we're coming back to the downside. We'll see if we hit support at the 3,800. It most likely will occur, I believe, Christmas time or sooner. S&P will be trading somewhere in this range. So don't get too excited, as Bitcoin is not rallying the same way, and the market, traditional market, is moving faster than you would rather like it. Well, this is the crypto space. This is the effects of the FTX. My name is Wall Street Pete. Sick dough in crypto. Gentlemen used to work in a place where there was no windows, where planes used to go through buildings, unfortunately, from the 9/11 era, coming into the space in 2001, right after all this happened, learning everything about the markets before everything went digital. This is the man you follow. This is the gentleman we talk to each other, and this is who you follow. So I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much for your love and support. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please stay away from the comment sections. Do not give people your private keys. Do not give people your information of what you're trading. If you want to talk about some assets you like, that's your prerogative. But please understand, none of this is financial advice. Just a gentleman twice as nice. Till the next video, my friends, have a great day. Love y'all. Peace in and peace out.